Leos, hello, welcome to this channel. This is your monthly reading for November. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you want to book a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. And if you have questions, you can also send me an email. So now let's see. In November, we will be in the energy of judgment because November 2025 adds to number 20 because 11 is not, we cannot reduce 11, which is because it's a master number. So judgment has to do with completing a transition. So if you have been going through a transition, so which means like if you have been in between things, it could be job, it could be relationships, it could be a move, it could be something spiritually that you are coming across. Then this judgment denotes the completion of that transition, which could mean that you are finally getting out of a stuck, the feeling of stagnancy. You are getting out of that phase. And for some, it could mean new information, clarity around a situation. It could mean a move. It could mean new awareness, new information, opportunities, things like that. So yes, now let's see. This will be a Celtic cross, and I will show you the cards. Okay. And in the end, I will wrap it up with a card with a message from the Oracle deck. And for this month, I'm using the Healing Waters Oracle. So stay for your message. And if you like what you see here, do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel, support the channel. Please help me grow the channel. Thank you so much. Okay. So for the center of the reading, you have Temperance. This is the card that came through when I was shuffling. I don't know if you saw it. I was shuffling and the card wanted to make its presence felt. And now I shuffled a lot in front of you and still this card came through. So Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius energy. And this is also expansion, growth, you trying something new and different. Patience. Like you are, whatever it is that you are doing, you are really being patient. Seven of Wands. This is where you are losing your patience. Okay. So for the subconscious, you have Ace of Cups. For the past position, Hermit. And for the conscious position, Four of Wands. Perfect. And for the immediate future, King of Cups. Advice for the month, Page of Wands. And environment, you have Three of Swords. And Knight of Swords is the opportunities. And then final outcome card is King of Pentacles. You get King of Pentacles a lot. So, and then you are also here, King of Wands. And then King of Cups is also here. So something to do with social, your, social circle. It could be personal life. It could be professional life. And you also have Page. So too many court cards. So King of Wands could either be your energy or it could be another fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then you have King of Cups, which is Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And this is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And then you also have this, which is fire sign, just like yours is. And then Hermit is also here, which is Virgo energy. So social circle picking up. So if you have been staying away from the limelight, this is the month where you are back in action. So for some, this could mean networking, connecting with others, family, celebration, some kind of gathering. On the other hand, it could also be professional life. So could be, webinars, workshops, you collaborating with others, community, volunteer work, so there's a lot. So noise, it's getting louder and louder. And so take care of yourself is what I want to say. All right. And yes, King of Wands is on the back of the deck. So this is your energy, Leo. This is where you are again making things happen. This is masculine energy. So this has to do with again, taking action, and taking ownership, and something to do with your duties, your responsibilities, and busyness is also what that energy is. So you will find yourself just taking care of things. So a great month if you want to get things done. And this could mean several things. It could be anything that's important for you. So it could be relationships, it could be something to do with your home, family, friendships, your health. So whatever this is, like this is the month where you are taking some action. uh, okay, and then your advice card for the month is Page of Wands. So this is I won't say opposite energy, same family. Both are fire signs, but this is taking things seriously, and this is where the card is reminding you to be playful. And don't worry about things being perfect, don't worry about the outcome, results. Instead, remember to experiment with things and remain playful, be curious, try new things, try something different. And what you need in this situation, like this November, is playfulness. You know, this is where you are, there certain things are happening, and so for some of you guys, it could be rushing through things, or it could be like impatience, maybe. On the other hand, yeah, for some it could be a restless mind, like you wanting to do certain things uh, in a certain way. Or for some of you, it also has to do with communication and environment. You have Three of Swords, so it could either be your energy, Leo, or it could be somebody else. So this is either someone feeling as if yeah, someone is getting affected. Let me just put it that way, instead of going into the details. Yeah, someone is getting affected, like emotionally, and things like that. So this could either be your energy or it could be somebody else. So information, communication style, and you also have Seven of Wands. So with this, it feels like things are getting louder and louder, and it may have something to do with your environment, wherever you are, whoever you are with. And this is where some frustration is coming out, um, and nobody is willing to listen, is what I'm seeing. Listening is not happening here, because they both have their own things to their own frustrations that they are holding on to. So nobody is willing to budge here, is what I'm seeing. So the card is reminding you, so this is your advice for the month, and the advice here is to advice here is to remind yourself not to take anything personally. Instead, whatever information you are coming across, know whether it's useful information. If not, sometimes it's just not possible. Sometimes we just certain things just happen unexpectedly, and then we tend to react, and then feel bad about things later on, is what I'm seeing here. So just be aware what's going on. I mean, you have time to uh, prepare yourself, and because this is not written in stones, it can be avoided. On the other hand, what I'm seeing is you coming across something unexpected. So it may have something to do with either work related relationships, or a project that you are working on. So it could be a vendor. When it comes to contracts, agreements, just pay close attention to what you are signing up for, and if something goes wrong, then you might have to take it up with them. But if there is, so know like what's worth fighting for and what really needs your attention, and if there is something that you can just let go. Because it's all about energy, and how you want to spend your time and energy is totally in your hands. I mean, we don't have control over what's going to happen tomorrow, but we have control over how we want to respond to it. But it's easy to say such things, but it's difficult when something like that happens to us. But then still something to be mindful of. On the other hand, it also has to do with things coming from left, right, center. Looks like I said, it's going to be a busy month for some of you. So it could be that you are handling several things. Your attention is in different directions. So it's important to ask for help whenever you need it, Leo. Don't try to do everything by yourself, even though you can. Because certain things may just fall through the cracks, and you might also miss some important information if you are rushing to get things done. So be proactive is what I want to say this month. So that's the challenge. How can you stay calm and be proactive and be prepared and make room for the unexpected? And how can you stay more calm and grounded? So if the situation comes up, then you can handle it in a calm way without feeling that sense of overwhelm. So that's the challenge. Okay, something that you can work on. So finding some kind of balance is important here. If it's a busy month, then also know how you can create some kind of balance, so you can also make time for yourself to pause, relax, rest the mind, breathe, and take care of yourself. So that is important. And also, like, don't let anybody drag you down. I mean, wherever you are in a good position. Certain things might come up, and if people are trying to drag you down to that level, then know how you want to respond. Because maybe you are good wherever you are. So it's important, like if somebody is saying something, if they are acting in a certain way, just ignore maybe if it's not worth your energy, and just stay focused on what's important for you. That will be a good use of your time. On the other hand, with temperance card, what I'm seeing is expansion and growth. So it could be whatever it is that you are working on. For instance, if it's your relationship, then this is where you are taking it to the next level, you're moving in together. It could also be weddings, engagements, you buying a home, housewarming, some celebration ceremonies. On the other hand, it could also be work related, like where you are collaborating with someone. Maybe you are doing something new, maybe a new business or something like that. For some, it could be your community, where you are connecting with people around you, forming new friendships, new connections, things like that. So or for some, it could be your health. If health is a little bit if you are coming across some challenges, then this month is also about doing whatever it is that you can to make sure that you are taking good care of yourself. When I said health, it could be health of anything. It could be health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, or relationships, things like that. So that's important. So here with Three of Swords, this could be some misunderstandings. Like with both these people, they are not seeing something clearly. The sword, a part of the sword is hidden. That means hidden information. And this person cannot really see what's going on here. So looks like something urgent that you are coming across, like an emergency situation or something like that, where it doesn't have to be you. It could be somebody else is coming through something, and then you have to leave everything to be by their side. Or it could be something to do with misunderstandings. something to do with the lack of clear understanding or information. So again, taking a step back to reevaluate things will be really helpful in this case. All right, so in the subconscious, you have Ace of Cups. So this tells me that you are coming from that place of love, and this could mean protection, like you feeling protective towards something or someone. And so that's the reason why I said whatever is happening, it may not have anything to do with you. Maybe it may have something to do with people you love, something that you care about, and then you are putting yourself in the line. And uh, yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. On the other hand, Leo, so whatever the case may be, it's important to zoom out and get a clear understanding of what's going on before you put your energy there. With Ace of Cups, this is also where you are feeling sensitive, and you might come across like emotional ups and downs. So it could be that the situations here that you are coming across is a little bit sensitive. You are doing something like something that's like emotional. Maybe you are going through an emotional period, or no, or it could be that you are doing something major, like it could be that someone is getting married and you are feeling kind of uh, you know emotional because it's a big day for them, and maybe it's someone close to you, or it could be maybe someone is moving out, and things like that. When it comes to these things, yes, we feel that sensitive, we feel vulnerable and sensitive, right? So that is something that I'm coming, that maybe some of you guys are coming across here. Ace of Cups here is again, yes, love, and feeling protective towards something or someone here. But on the other hand, what I want to say is this is also an opportunity for you to like release all kinds of dependencies, like emotional attachments is what I'm seeing here. So it could either be your energy, Leo, or it could be somebody else. So emotional attachments, and so what needs to be released is something that you want to. So this is where a release is happening. So it's cleansing, purifying, forgiving, releasing emotional attachment. So healing can happen. Healing is all about gaining a clear understanding of our situations. Hermit is in the past position. This is where you are looking closer to understand what transpired, what happened, and that is actually helping you see things in a new way, maybe. And that's the reason why here you are now ready to let go, release, and forgive, and that is also helping you create that sense of peace and harmony. On the other hand, with Hermit and Three of Swords and all these cards, Leo, what I'm also seeing is you looking at every single details of life, like what's going on. So it could be something that you are working on, like what happens when we put everything under the microscope, we see every single flaws, but when we zoom out, we see the bigger picture, how everything is falling in place, and what is actually forming. So by that, what I mean is when we look closely at things, we come across some disappointments. When we want things to go in a certain way, when we want people to be in a certain way, when we are working hard on something and when we don't see the results, that can also lead to some disappointments and things like that. So whatever is happening, maybe the energy is here is reminding you, have patience and keep going. Yes, it's challenging, like when you have been patient for a very very long time and then people are still telling you to be patient, then that's not what we want to hear. We want to see the results. But yeah, it's all about timing, and things are happening is what I want to say. But it could be that because you are so into it, you are so in the middle of it. Like for instance, like if you have a YouTube channel, like just an example, maybe you are in a totally different profession. Just an example, if you have a YouTube channel and if you are like uh, looking at the analytics and number of subscribers and the comments and everything every hour, then it will be really difficult. Then it will feel like you are not going anywhere, you know. But maybe things are still happening underneath that we may not be aware of. And same goes for interpersonal relationships as well. We never know where the other person is coming from and what the heck is going on, things like that. So the maybe the energy is reminding you, just zoom out and see the bigger picture. When I said that, what I mean is, instead of over analyzing every single thing that you are coming across, maybe think about how all these experiences are helping you transform, grow, so everything is contributing to your growth. So whether if there is it could be something that you are really working on, or it could be the people you are coming across, the choices you are making, everything has its place, and all these experiences are coming together, and it's helping you be the person you are meant to be and grow, evolve, and be better, do better. So that's the bigger picture that I was talking about. Because of all these experiences, maybe you are reflecting on things. Maybe you are thinking about what needs to go, what needs to be released, what needs to happen in order for you to experience that sense of peace, harmony, joy, creativity, connection, things like that. If everything is going smoothly, we don't think about these things. So something has to go wrong in order for us to sit down, in order to make us, these situations actually make us sit down and think about our life, that where we are, what needs to go and what needs to happen, what needs to change, transform, and things like that. So maybe a blessing in disguise is what I want to say. All right, yes, Ace of Cups is a higher love, and so it could be tough love for some of you guys. Yeah, but then it has its place. Whatever is happening, this is also happening for a good reason. So on the other hand, what I'm seeing is building. So it could be something to do with your home. It could be that you are actually building, maybe your house is in the process of construction or things like, in the process of, yeah, you building yourself, you building a career, you building a home, a relationship. So something to do with building, construction is also what I'm seeing here, and something to do with land and property. And yes, looks like patience is needed, but if you are running out of patience, know what you can do to get back to it. On the other hand, Leo, what I'm seeing is, yes, you have been patient, and it's nice that you are done with it. You are done with waiting, and you are moving forward with your life. So that's also that is also something that's coming through. Okay, so this could mean you taking action, you finally putting your foot down and saying no, and asking for what you want. Um, being your own advocate and putting yourself first. So that is also, that's if that is a place where you are coming from, awesome. So yeah, at some point we have to take a stand. At some point we have to make a decision, and tell ourselves, okay, enough is enough, and I'm not going to, it can't be like this forever, and something needs to change. That's the place where you are coming from here. Yes, for the conscious position, you have Four of Wands. So Four of Wands here has to do with manifestation. So whatever it is that you are working on, this is manifestation. Things are happening, things are moving forward. And what I'm also seeing is you have the support, you have the community, the resources, and whatever it is that you need, it's there. So you, all four elements are here: air, water, fire, earth. All four elements are present. So this is the energy of a magician. So now it's important to see, like, so everything that you need is there. So whatever it is that you want to do now, it's time. It's important to use the right tool to manifest, to create whatever it is that you want to experience. So what I'm seeing here for you is, mentally you might feel rushed. Maybe there is something you want to do and it may feel like you are running out of time. So you are rushing to make it happen faster. Like, for instance, maybe you are buying a home, maybe it's getting delayed and delayed, and maybe you haven't been doing anything. Maybe you were just going by whatever they are telling you, and so now it's like, no, I'm not going to take it any longer. There is something, yet something needs to change, so you are taking it up with them, that and asking them to hurry up and give you the possession, give you the keys to the new home, things like that. So again, just an example. It doesn't have to be true for everybody. But if this resonates with you, it's just like some specific messages. So if this resonated with you, do let me know if that is the case. Okay, let me know in the comments. So that's what I am seeing for some of you guys here. Mentally, feeling rushed. So maybe it's happening for a good reason. It's asking you to get up and do something about it instead of just sitting on it, On the other hand, so it's all about the situation. It depends upon the situation, where you are, what's happening, things like that. So discernment is important here. And physically, you might come across some stressful situations. Again, it may have something to do with your work related. Maybe you are coming across a deadline and you have to get things done before the deadline, or it could be something to do with your health, or it could be something to do with relationships. So yeah, stress. So know how you can beat the stress, because if there is a problem, there is also a solution. So it's important to, sometimes when we don't know, when we don't have a clear understanding of what's happening, and when things are not in our control, then it's important to ask for guidance, prayer, and asking the source to find the solution for us. Sometimes we can only do so much, right? So when we can't find the solution, instead of struggling to find the solution, we just have to hand it over to a greater power, the intelligence that's guiding our life, that knows everything what's going on. So that is something, like, if that is if it feels like it's not something that you have control over, maybe think about handing it over. And maybe go to sleep and tell your mind to come up with a solution. Tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to sleep. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I will know what to do. I will have the information, I will have the clarity, and then see what happens. So it's all about, again, magician's energy is present here for you. And it's all about believing in magic, miracles. And by that, what I mean is believing in ourselves, believing in the source, that we are not alone in this, that there's some, there is a force that's guiding our path. So it's also about including our angels, our guides, our, those invisible forces, and things just fall in place without our doing anything at all. Okay, so it's about staying more positive, optimistic. Your advice is all about that, Leo. So it's about being just playful, not worrying about things, not taking anything personally, just creating. So this is a card of a creator. So we all have the powers, right? And so if that is the truth, if we are the creators, then it's important to ask ourselves, okay, what am I creating? Every day. So it's an everyday thing. So when we get up in the morning, we can ask ourselves, okay, today, what do I want to experience today in my relationships, my work, my creativity, my spirituality, my health, my emotion, my feelings. What's the energy that I want to bring into my day? You know, so this is something that we can practice. Even though I'm telling you this, I'm not a saint. Things happen to me as well. But this is also if the awareness is there, then we can practice every day, right? So that is something that I'm working on now, something that you can do as well. But it's a process. It's not going to happen, it's not an overnight thing. But every time when we fall, we have to pick ourselves up, and then we have to find a way to still keep going, still trying. And it's not about perfection. It's about getting better and better at life. It's about the willingness to show up, the willingness to take responsibility for our life, our experiences, take ownership, and then do what we can in order to become better, do better, things like that. So if you are dropping the balls, then have patience, be kind to yourself. So self-compassion is important. And filling your own cup, Leo, is also important. If you are tired, if you have several things to do, and if people have their own demands and their expectations, maybe maybe you will snap. So yeah, if that is something that is happening, have patience with yourself. I'm not talking about people or the situation, how you are handling it. That is not important. So how you are handling yourself, how you are managing yourself is important. So King of Wands here is a leadership card, and so you have all the kings here. Okay, so it's all about managing our life, our experiences, our days. So forget about the external. This is asking for self-compassion, being kind to yourself, filling your own cup, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, and asking for help whenever you need it. So that is important. So you can then give from a full cup. So if you are exhausted, then take care of yourself, Leo. All right. So yeah, you have, yes, conscious position, you have Four of Wands. With this, this is also your community. Some celebration is happening, ceremonies, gatherings, reunions, meeting up with friends. Or for some of you, it could be like your community doing something together. or it could be, you celebrating something. uh, yeah, celebrating an achievement, an accomplishment. So something like there is a change happening. You also have Empress. So this is also home coming through. So and a change is happening in that area. It could be that someone is visiting, and now you have to make sure that the house is in order. So that could also be what this energy is. So maybe expect phone calls, messages. Now I'm telling you in advance what's happening in November. So if you are expecting someone, just be prepared and make sure the house is in order, so you don't have to then worry about anything. On the other hand, for some of you it could be other things, like if you are expecting important meetings, discussions in, be prepared, be proactive. Yeah, it could be that someone is visiting you, you are visiting someone. So this is home togetherness. And yes, when family get together, there will be some clashes. So be prepared for that as well. Aha, now I remember. November, we have Thanksgiving coming up, my dear. So it could be Thanksgiving celebration for some of you. Um, yeah, and everybody will have their own frustrations that they have been holding, uh, that they have been pushing down, and now it's all coming up maybe. So just know what's happening, and how you want to address it, and what happened last Thanksgiving. So, and if the same thing comes up this year as well, know how you want to handle it. Okay. All right. So then King of Cups is in the immediate future. Thanksgiving in this country, I'm not, like, maybe in your country, maybe there is another celebration happening. Um, but here we have Thanksgiving on the, I don't know, last week of November, I guess. So it something to do with family matters. Okay, King of Cups is here. This is where I was. So it could be someone you are dealing with, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or it could be your own energy that you are embodying. This is where some emotions are getting sidelined, you know. So it could be that there are certain things happening and you may not, maybe you are not addressing it. Maybe you are putting up a mask that everything is perfectly fine. And when you are not expecting it, it will come out. It's all about what we are thinking. So sometimes it feels like, we have everything all figured out and everything in perfect order. But when we have some resentments, when we have some disappointments, it actually shows up in the way we communicate, our body language, things like that. And people can see it. If it feels like, oh, we are good at masking it, no, people people can see it. And that is also like really disappointing. Like, it's nice to be just transparent, open up, and just talk about things instead of brushing it under the rug and then cleaning up the mess when it all comes out. So that's what's happening here. On the other hand, this is also where you are going on a vacation or something, you spending some time near water. So it could be you are going on a cruise vacation, or kayaking, boat ride, or just spending some time near water, which will be nice, because for some this could also be spiritual bath, cleansing. So this is a great time to go for like detoxifying, cleansing, healing, purifying. So it could be a spa, going to a spa and getting some therapeutic massages, something like that. Or it could be cleansing, you are detoxifying your body. Or it could be emotions. So whatever is happening is actually also helping you heal. Yes, environment is this. So that is wherever you are, Leo, it's actually causing you some stress. So do you want to just get out of there and or know how you want to detach? So it's all about switching off. You can be physically there, but switch off and know where, what you are picking up on. Like if you are sensitive, this is where you are sensitive. If you are sensitive, you will pick up on every single thing that is happening. You will be like a sponge, absorbing people's energies and things like that. That can be really, that can make you feel like frustrated, and also it will drain your energy. So know what can you do if that is something that's happening. So it could be again creating some kind of balance, mentally switching off, or if it's possible, just stay away from that environment. If not, then maybe it's all about um, you know just knowing what you have control over and then just focusing on those things. But all this card, it feels like healing is happening. And then Knight of Swords is here, and no, like, it's important to pay attention to your intuition and then act accordingly. You are ending the month with King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles has to do with balance. This person knows how to where to draw a line. This is where you are setting some boundaries and you are saying no, and you are protecting your space, you are protecting yourself. So for some, it could be, yes, again, something to do with you standing up for yourself. And that's what King of Pentacles says. This is the person who knows where to draw a line. This person knows how much he wants to do and what else is also important. So it could be work-life balance. It could be what you are, yeah, work-life balance and how you are managing yourself, your days is important. For some, it could be someone you are dealing with. So Earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. Okay, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. So this month, in a nutshell, what I want to say is know where you want to be patient and don't give up if something is important for you, and where do you want to just put your foot down and say no, set boundaries and take action. Okay, so that distinction, that discernment needs to happen. On the other hand, it's also important to self-care is extremely important, and yeah, focusing on self-care, healing is also important. On the other hand, no, like, if you are coming across some judgments and people's opinions, know if you really want to put your energy there or if you just want to laugh it off. Maybe it's just not worth your time. Just laugh it off and put your energy towards good use. So remaining playful is important, and finding the humor in these situations is important. When we see something like this in a movie, we laugh, right? Because we know the bigger picture, we know what exactly is going on. So that is something we can do as well in our own life. We can actually see our life from a third party's perspective, and see the comedy playing out, see the humor in it. And so that could be what the advice is for you this month. On the other hand, the card is also reminding you to trust your vision. Do not let doubts or fear-based thinking gets in the way. And so it's also about believing. So if you are working on something and if you are not seeing the results, and if you are rushing and trying to make it go faster, then maybe here the energy is reminding you to, instead of making it perfect, instead of expectations, just try, experiment. Maybe you will come up with a totally different idea, like maybe it will transform into something else that you haven't imagined. So that's the reason why this card came through. So it has to do with patience. So if you want to be patient and experiment and try something new and different and be curious and ask for perspectives and involve your community, maybe you will come up with something totally different that you haven't even imagined. So maybe that will be a game changer then. And if you come across judgments, again, like I said, criticism, judgments, no, don't try, and maybe try not to take anything personally. It is what it is, Leo. And what else? Yeah, and be proactive and be prepared, whatever it is that you are doing. If you are anticipating something, then just be prepared. It also has to do with your day-to-day life. Maybe think about taking care of certain things in advance so you don't have to rush through your mornings. So finding some time to calm the mind and balance your energy, stabilize your energies is important, so you can take care of things in a effective way without feeling overwhelmed. So Leo, your message for this month is Leos. What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of? November. Selkie, come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. Yes, Hermit. But that's exactly what you are doing. Hermit is in the past position. I told you, if you have been staying away from the limelight, the social circle, this is a month where you are making some noise. I hope good noise. You don't want to scream or yell at people in order to make yourself be heard. We don't have to do that, right? Gentle is brave. And yeah, and soft is gentle and soft is brave. All right, now let's see what this is all about. $128. Come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. That's your advice card for the month. This is where you are being a firecracker, meaning you are being a visionary, Leo. This is all about trusting your vision, and going forward with your goals, your dreams, and making it a reality. Very youthful energy. So this has to do with excitement, enthusiasm, in feeling more inspired and motivated about something, and you are coming from a place of love, peace, and harmony. So this is what we need, both these energies, in order to create new experiences in our life. And this could also mean, whatever it is that you are doing, it could mean that this may feel like a new territory for some of you. It could be that you are stepping into something new, and you may come across some doubts and question your skills, your abilities. But what I am seeing here is there is no need. You have the skills, you have the experiences, and you have the wisdom and the knowledge. It's important how you are utilizing these resources that you already have. What's the most important ingredient is, the most important ingredients are your joy, excitement, and enthusiasm. The rest, everything falls in place. If you have that, then you're good. So the message here is come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. There are many thoughts about what the ancient story of the seal people or selkies signifies. But for me, it's about the mask we wear. Didn't I say something about mask? Wow. But for me, it's about the mask we wear, things being taken from us, how we hide parts of ourselves, the longing for home, the call to be wild and free, embracing our true self, answering the call deep within, and sharing our true voice. Wow, it's powerful. In Celtic, Scandinavian, and Icelandic mythology, there are different versions of this story. But here's one example. A man finds a Selkie woman on the beach. He steals her skin, without which she can't return to the sea, hides it, and convinces her to become his wife. The Selkie woman feels the ocean calling to her deep within and yearns for it daily. The couple lead a normal human life and have children, but eventually the Selkie finds her hidden skin and returns to her home in the sea. It's time to come out of hiding to show the world who you truly are, to embrace your uniqueness, your weirdness, your you-ness, to swim freely in the ocean of your life. How are you being called to embrace who you truly are? Are there ways that you are hiding your unique light from the world? How can you embrace even more of who you truly are? Are there ways that you are not showing up your full, true self in your life or in your relationships? How are you being called to share your voice? Where do you feel held captive? What do you need to do to feel free? Soul inquiry. How can you embrace who you truly are? Yes, Leo, this is powerful and a little bit sad actually. While I'm like, I was actually okay, but when I started doing your readings, it felt like I'm losing my voice, and I feel like um, some chest pain, like a heaviness in the chest. So till now I was just perfectly fine, and the moment I sat down to do your reading, I felt something weird. So, and I feel tired, to be honest with you. So I don't know if this is how you are feeling as well. Maybe I'm picking up energy here. I'm being a sponge. But yeah, that's what I'm feeling in the environment. So this is sad, like but something celebratory is also happening here. Um, but something challenging is also happening. So this is where you are coming out of your hiding, meaning this is you are owning yourself. You are being you. You are not trying to fit in. Maybe you are not meant to fit in, and you are finding your own place in this world, and you are speaking up, you are becoming more assertive, and you are saying no, you are setting boundaries, and you are whatever it is that you want to do, you are being playful and you are trying new things, and you are excited about whatever it is that you want to do. And if certain things are holding you back, then you also know how to respond to these situations. So yeah, um, this is healing, you taking care of yourself, you taking care of your own inner child, and releasing the parts of you that you don't resonate with anymore, and owning your true power, and owning your voice, bringing up things, talking about things. And it may, some people may not feel comfortable with that, because they are used, because they don't want to, they just want things to be the way it always have been. They don't want to take up those challenges, they just want to be like easy going and not rock the boat. But it is what it is. you know. So it's all about honoring yourself, standing up for yourself, and being a champion in your own life. So the soul inquiry is, how can you embrace who you truly are? So like I said in the beginning, what needs to be released, what needs to be changed, and what needs to happen in order for you to feel that way, in order for you to feel like you, in your authentic way, like authentic expression is what I'm seeing here for you. So Leo, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Do remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And again, if these messages resonated, please do remember to support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. Thank you. And I hope you have a magical month ahead, and take good care of yourself though. And I will see you in the next reading.